Awesome. Welcome back, guys. Don Meredith, this is a good opportunity for me as well to be here with yourself.
Well, thank you for being here, Dustin, and thank you for
appreciate
doing
that.
this. This is, sort of highlight your skills and your abilities, and this is something I've always wanted to do for young people, give them an opportunity to shine and to showcase their skills. And so today you're doing that. I think this is the first time you're doing this.
It is the first
time. Across
It is.
Canada at that.
That's right.
So giving you this pan-Canada world stage here.
That's right. So, I appreciate it. And this is the first time we've actually got to meet face to face. I've had the pleasure to shake your hand and get to know you. And I think it might be cool if you kind of get to know me a little bit as well.
Absolutely. Well, tell me about yourself.
Yeah, exactly. So my name is Justin, obviously. And
you sure?
I'm born and raised. I'm absolutely positive.
All right.
Actually,
Wonderful.
I can throw a twist. My spirit name is Owicha-Giasa.
Owicha-Giasa.
That is Nakota. And I'm a member of Ocean Man Reserve in Saskatchewan. Okay. So my mother is First Nations. And my father is Jamaican, of which you can relate to.
What parish?
He's from Kingston.
Kingston. I'm from St. Anne, and I went to Saskatchewan for the first time last year.
Nice.
Beautiful. I love Saskatchewan. I definitely go back again.
Very cool.
Canola country.
Right, right. A lot of First Nations people there as well, actually. And I moved here actually about 3 years ago.
Right.
And I took the opportunity so that I can start my professional career. And I enrolled in the Canadian Forces through the Black Bear program, and that's the experience for me that really changed my life to dedicate myself to the future generations. And right now I was looking for volunteer experience so that I can work more directly with youth, and I came across a job at Wabeno, which is an Aboriginal health center. It's a holistic approach to Aboriginal health.
Right.
And I work as the youth diversion coordinator.
How many youth are you working with there?
So throughout the year, the expectation is about 20 youth.
Okay.
But that doesn't mean I'm working with more than 20 youth, because we work collaboratively with other programs within Wabeno.
Right.
And I guess part of my experience here at Ottawa has been very professional. So this is really cool for me to kind of be here and hanging out with the National Youth Forum. So Don Meredith, with your history and your track record working with youth and keeping them out of trouble in the greater Toronto area, what is your experience, or what is your perspective living here now in the greater Ottawa area?
Well, let me say that I don't live in Ottawa, so my primary residence is actually Richmond Hill, Ontario. Let me get that on record. I do have a great desire to see young people progress in this country, not only in this country, but around the world. When we look at Jamaica, where I hail from, and the problems that young people are facing there as well, I'm hoping that the best practices that we develop here can be transferred. I was in Ghana last year. Ghana has a national youth policy, which I think this country as well is well overdue for one. We do spend on health, we spend on housing, we spend on justice, we spend on employment, our HRSDC. So I think it's just important that it's not a new spend that we're proposing here with this national youth strategy. It's about how government's already spending. So let youth also be that focus in terms of training, especially Aboriginal youth. When we see the challenges that Aboriginal youth face, and marginalized youth for that matter, you heard Dan previously in the previous segment talk about the challenges around housing. And so I think it's important that for me, as not only as a youth advocate, a strong youth advocate, but as a pastor, community activist, and now a Canadian senator, it was just incumbent upon me that I take this to the next level, to make sure that the issues that I'm passionate about continues to be talked about at the federal level. Not just talked about, because I'm not just about talking about something. My staff knows that, and individuals that my fellow colleagues in the Senate as well as in the House of Commons know that I'm very serious about this issue of youth engagement, encouragement, and empowerment. I think we need to find those ways, and this policy here is going to do just that. It's going to allow us to have a policy paper that can be put forward that have those 7 pillars listed in it. And I think coming from my experience working with youth, we talk about youth alienation, how young people are drawn into gangs because they don't feel a sense of worth. They feel hopeless. And I think we need to begin to provide those avenues where young people can feel validated, similar to what you're doing at your center. You find young people come in with various challenges, and they're saying to me, Justin, listen, I'm feeling hopeless today, like, you know, and I just want to end things. But that's where you come in, and I think we need to begin to have those mechanisms in place to deal with whether it be mental health issues, housing issues, employment issues. I'm an entrepreneur. I believe in helping to get young people employed. So if they don't have the skills, or they have a skill, well, let's help them to start their own business potentially, so that they can be employed, so that they can put bread on their table. That's, for me, is very critical.
That's really cool. I appreciate that, and I think it's definitely worth acknowledging that if this is one of the first initiatives for this youth forum, I mean, you're providing an opportunity for the youth
That's correct.
to have a voice. And I think that is a gap between community frontline and parliament and government situations. Because the youth, there's a barrier there, and how they break through that is probably definitely challenging.
I'm about collaboration. That's
right.
why I've reached out to a wide range of stakeholders. I've instructed my staff to reach out to a wide range of stakeholders across Canada this day. That's why we're having this National Youth Forum on this May 7th, to again engage Canadian, those who are dealing with youth issues and helping to support youth, and so that their voices can be heard, and so that we can have a serious dialogue, but also some action and concrete steps that can be taken moving forward.
That's really cool.
Thank you so much.
I appreciate that, Don Meredith. So we'll take a slight break, we'll freshen up, and we'll get ready for our second panelist. So thank you so much. Appreciate it.